Hi, folks. I'm Trina, Trina's Technobabble. Hey, JC. Hello. And I am joined by one kitty over there. That's Luna. That's Luna over there. Look, my finger extends into the other camera. It's amazing. Look, almost. There we go. I got really long fingers. And then also joining me here is Opie. Hi. Say hi, Opie. Hi, Opie. There's no post. Yeah, hey, I know this one. It's because there's no post on the motherboard. Thanks, Jesse. Yeah, I don't know why. Um, yeah, so that's what we got to figure out. But Obi's gonna do the work, and I'm just gonna sit back here and relax. After fighting with Microsoft and OneDrive, and I still don't know why OneDrive's creating two different folders on the client's computer, and it's annoying. And yeah, anyway, I got work to do with that. But yeah. Just got back from doing an in-home visit and getting a new laptop to the client setup. And for some reason, when we signed into OneDrive, it decided to create two folders and like everything's duplicated in there. So I don't know what's going on. The joys of computering, especially with Microsoft. It's about as useful as ice at an airport. Yeah. So I can't do any work. I got a cat here on my lap, so I don't know what to do. I gotta get up. I know, babes. I love you too. Hey, I love you too. Okay, you gotta get down though. All right. So, story behind the motherboard. It was working, and then I took the CPU out and used it in a few other socket AMD socket A motherboards. And I went to retest one of the motherboards today, and it came up with a red light, which one of theirs can be a CPU. And I'm like, that's kind of funky because the CPU was working and I had left it and another motherboard so the pins wouldn't get bent on the bottom. So the pins are all nice and straight, but for some reason, um, it wouldn't work in the board. So I'm like, all right, let's put it back in my original board because I've had this issue with this other motherboard I was trying to retest with the red light before with another CPU. So I'm like, okay, whatever. The board's kind of funky. But then, so I put it back in the original board and I turned it on and I got a beep. I got a post. Hey, hardware hacker. I got a post and the light on my monitor turned white, but no video. And it's got onboard video and everything was working before. So I'm like, that's kind of funky. So I turned it off and then I turned it back on. And now all it does is the fan wants to spin. The cooler fan. And I am apparently slobbering all over myself. That's great. So I'm not sure kind of what happened. I do have other AMD socket A CPUs, which I forgot to grab before the stream, because they're over there on the other side of the projector, and I forgot to grab them, so I might have to grab them. But yeah, so I don't know what happened. So as the Packlet said, make it go, Trina. So we're gonna see if we can make it go again. So let's change cameras. Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Show my workbench. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. So this is the motherboard. Um, it's a Asus A7V400-MX -MX version 1.04 motherboard. And again, this was all working prior. So why it stopped working, I don't know. Now, right now, there's nothing connected to it. There's no power. So yeah. So because I had to disconnect it, all the stuff for the photo. So we're gonna reconnect everything up. I want a keyboard. I'm gonna plug in my old trusty beige, uh, my old beige keyboard, PS2 keyboard. We're gonna plug that in. I think that's in the right spots. Hold on, let me grab my old woman glasses and see. Oh yeah, I should make myself big. Huh, there we go. Hey, Carther. Hi, socket winch. I'm working. My cat is here. Okay. Hi, socket winch in the chat. So yeah, let me get. Um, bear with me one sec. I just got a message I don't want to reply to. Blah, blah, blah. Bear with me, please. Hold 1 second. One of our agents will be with you momentarily. Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. All right. Okay. So, let's plug in the power button. I know where this all plugs in because I've only done this several times with this board. Ta-da! Okay, so we got a speaker, we got a power button. I'm going to be optimistic and plug in the. So it has. Let me show you the ports on the board. We have serial. We have parallel. I think. We have VGA. We have 4 USB network and audio. So we're going to plug her into the onboard VGA, which again was working with this CPU before. Okay, that's in there. So I know like it's not a CPU not recognizing like the CPU not having onboard video. So let's power it on and see what it does. Now it should, that's what it should do. It does a quick restart. And that's when I get the beepity beep. And I did not get a beepity beep. And it's working. Well, that was, uh-huh. It does have a funky issue where no matter how many CMOS batteries I plug in, let me turn off the light. Um, turn off both lights. No matter how many CMOS batteries I change, it does not hold the CMOS settings, and I have yet to figure out why it does that. But it's working. Uh-huh. Well, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Hi, Emily. Yeah. So I don't know what to say. It done work. Um, uh-huh. Uh-huh. It's not supposed to work. Uh-huh. So it does the stuff. I'm gonna try going into the BIOS. Delete dinner setup. Yeah. BIOS is working. One of these days I should try to trace down. Sorry, you got the light arm in the way. One of these days I should try to trace down why the CMOS settings don't want to hold anything despite brand new CMOS batteries. Yeah, brand new CMOS batteries in there. So, but I don't really worry about it because normally I'm just testing DDR memory with this. Okay. Well, let's do some changes and I don't know. See what it does. So let's disable the flippy floppy. We have nothing plugged into it because it wasn't working. I don't even have a drive to like connect to it for shits and giggles. I have absolutely nothing. I don't know. It wasn't working. I swear. Maybe I'm just going insane, but yeah, it would just turn on. Oh, you can watch me try to put the uh, socket A processor back on. All right, so let's reboot. Save changes. Yeah. Um, nice fix. I wonder if it's the solder joint. Yeah, I mean it might be this. It was working before, and then as I said, the CPU. I got the same kind of red light on another motherboard. I don't know why I'm not getting a beep though. That's weird. All right, let's try Control Alt Delete. Um, but yeah, the CPU wouldn't work in another motherboard, so then I'm like, all right, I want to put it back in the original and make sure the CPU actually works. And that's when I ran into the issue. Yeah, yeah, it doesn't work. Um, socket winch. Do you mean it could be a bad solder joint for the CMOS stuff? Yeah, Gray Stream. Yeah, good night, everyone. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Do you want to watch some memory test? I seriously don't know what to say. I was actually going to test a bunch of DDR memory because I got a whack of it and I really should test it. Um, I mean, I could turn this into a mem test stream. That's not that hard. I don't really know what else to do. Sorry, folks. It wasn't working when I made the stream. Oh, yeah, why not? Let's hook up a optical drive to it because it's old enough that it doesn't boot from flash drives. I was actually asked the other night, like, why do you still have optical drives and CDs? And I'm like, because not everything is new enough to run off flash drives. So bear with me one sec. I'm gonna not find a SATA drive. I need an IDE optical drive. Because this does not have, no, it does not have SATA. Okay. I didn't think it did, but it's like, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's, yeah, there's no SATA ports on it. And oh, by the way, just to confirm, because people have asked me this, the jumper is set to the right setting. And I've changed the jumper um, to reset the CMOS settings. So I know it's in the right position to, in theory, um, hold settings. It just will not. And I don't know why. But yeah, I've tried multiple brand new batteries and it does the same thing because I keep forgetting. But now I have the bag labeled saying, hey, it doesn't hold the CMOS settings. Silly pants. So I won't forget because I'm forgetful at times. It happens to the best of us in our old age. Okay, I had put the CDs the other day. Oh, there we go. They're on the desk. I thought so. All right, so let's connect the power to the optical drive. Let's grab MemTest 7.0 because it's just on my desk chillaxing. And give it some more power. Boom, boom. Turn the power supply back on. I do want to check out that. Actually, I'm going to turn it off for a sec. I want to check out where, if I have it plugged in right. The system speaker, because for some reason it ain't going beepity beep. So, and it was, and it has been. So, sometimes I put it on the wrong. I did. I didn't have it. I think, yeah, I didn't have it far enough over. So I do that sometimes. Okay. I didn't have it far enough to the edge. Missing one pin. Do that sometimes. Power. Sweet. Oh, I need to properly mount that. I also put new heatsink on it today. So, okay. I do need to reattach the heatsink properly. Cool. All right. Yeah, I know. All right, MEM test and the optical drive. Boom, boom. And we're going to. But yeah, the weird part is it holds the CMOS settings when it's got power. So like I can reboot this 50 gazillion times a Sunday. It's only when I cut power to it that it loses settings. So it's basically as if it has a dead CMOS battery. Oops. No. Quit without saving. Escape. Go away. So it's like it has a dead CMOS battery, but it doesn't. So, but yet if I keep power to the board, which you shouldn't do when switching memory, because you can fry it with power going to the board. I'm gonna try to. Sorry for the blown out. Wow, things are falling off the desk. There we go. Ta-da! We got 512 of DDR. Oh, camera's all. Sorry, the USB hub got moved. Yeah, well, it works. Yeah. What if it's intermittent connection issue on the board? Do wonder if power cycling, connecting, disconnecting. I don't know. Yeah, have to mute. Yeah, I was listening to a work meeting. Okay. All right. I need to pay attention, but still watching. Cool. Yeah, like if it gently flexing the board would do it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not particularly worried about it. I know the issue is there. Um, so yeah. I'm not really worrying about it, but it's just one of those funky annoyances. Yeah. But as long as I know about it, we're good. Because I dug it out after a while of not using it, and it's like, oh yeah. So I changed the CMOS battery again, and I'm like, oh yeah, duh. This is the board that doesn't like keeping settings when it loses power. So yeah, the board's fixed. Um, yeah, huh? One thing I should do, by the way, with this, boom, 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 boom. Take a look at my. I want to see. Here we go. I want to go to the. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. Let's make everybody the same size. Hi, Luna. You're such a pretty girl. You're such a sleepy girl. You just want to come and give you a hug. And the same, by the way, to you, Socket Wench. I just want to come give you a hug. I want to come give everybody hugs. I'm in a huggy mood, I guess, today. Let's give everybody the hugs. And hugs to everybody in the chat and that's watching. Okay, let's do. Okay, so here is what I'm doing. Share screen. Share screen. Share my screen. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. So, we are on the Asus website for this motherboard. I have a bunch of AMD processors that have bent pins, and I really should use this board because I know the board works. I don't know what the processors are. I gotta look them up, but at least I now have quite a uh, quite the list of CPU support. So I might play around with that. Oops, sorry, you guys can see what I'm doing. Let's stop sharing. I forget, yeah. Whoopsie doodles. But yeah, I should actually, what I can do while this is doing mem tests, is go grab those CPUs. You won't be able to see what I'm doing, but that's okay because I'm literally in my PJs wearing a hoodie because I left the client's place when I went. It was just minorly misting, and I'm like, okay, I can, get away with a hoodie and my raincoat. My raincoat is not exactly rain proof. Um, as I found out, and it was doing heavy rain when I came back, and the hoodie I was wearing under my coat became wet, and my pants were also wet when I got home, so I was a little damp, so I changed into another hoodie and into my PJ pants. So kind of like in relax mode. And then the motherboard just worked. So even more relaxed mode, like yay, motherboard works. How amazing is that? So let's take a look at, these are the AMDs, are they? No, those are the Intels. These are the AMDs. These are the AMDs. That's the AMD. That's an AMD. I got a slew of Intels as well as AMDs. So just double checking what I got. And the unfortunate part, one thing I don't like about AMD processors, they don't just put what the hell the damn processor is on top of the processor, like Intel does. So like if you look at an Intel, you got an i7, I don't know, 6300. Says it right on the top. AMD's, you gotta Google their number. Just annoying. And I have in my, hey Thomas, the cat has the right idea. I know, right? Especially on a rainy Thursday afternoon. Oh no! Sorry to hear you about your bumping your docking station, Jesse. By the way, if I suddenly, it's because the solar generator went flat. Okay. Are you out of power, socket winch? Are you off the city grid? Like, is your city out of power? like. How many times can I say the word like in one sentence? All right. But yeah, I have pencils that they use like at, for us Canadians, Tim Hortons. Um, I bought a group of them, and they're in my toolbox, which is kind of buried, so I'm digging it out. Yeah, I haven't plugged in my desk into the wall for a week now. Okay. Just running an experiment. Very cool. And by the way, that reminds me, I need to catch up on your last video. Socket winch, I've been bad and have not. I thought I had a white one. I don't know what I did with the white one. Got all kinds of colors, but not white. Poop. Poopity poop. Because the rest of them are going to be hard to see on the... I don't know. Maybe the... Oh, maybe this one. Maybe the cream color one might work. Oh, speaking of coffee, so this morning I went to make myself my coffee and went and put in cream. Went to go put in my cream, and it kind of plopped out of the it kind of went plop out of the container, and I looked and went, well, it says April 1st, so so then I smelt it, and oh, it was off. So I ended up having black coffee this morning because, yeah, I am not going to have give myself food poisoning from bad milk. Nope, just running an experiment. Cool. All right, so let's take a look at what these processors are, because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at either. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Assembled in Malaysia. Yeah, great. So this one's an AMD Athlon, but see, it'd be nice if it said what it was. Yes, Trina's gonna complain and moan today. One of those kind of streams. Alright, let's start doing some googly searches. Alright, AMD. This one is an AXDA 1700 DUT 3C. It's an AMD Athlon XP 1700. Yes, that is supposed to work. Actually, it'd make more sense to test these CPUs if I can get them unbent. So that one will work. Oh. Okay, what is this one? This one's also an AMD. This is also a 1700. Okay, so I got two 1700s because it has the same. It has the same model. This one is also a 7. Jeez Louise. Remember I was complaining about how I can't figure these things out? AXDA 1700 LT. This one's a bit different at the end. LT3C. It's also an AMD 1700 plus. Okay. Look at me. I don't know what this one is. It's missing the label. I have this one here. Sorry, it's a bit hard to see, but yeah, it don't have a label. And it just says AMD and then made in Malaysia, or assembled in Malaysia. Well, that's great. Yep, the sticker is missing, so I don't know what that one is. Let's take a look at the rest of these that are in the bin. Might as well. So this is an AMD. I'm betting it's a 2000 because it has 2000 in the title. 1, 2, 3. DUT 3C. So it's an AMD Athlon XP 2000 plus. Which, yeah, that one works. Okay, cool. Did I say this one works? Yes. Okay, that one works. So that's the 1700s. That's a 2000. That one's also 2000. Be able to test most of these processors. Yeah. I gotta rebend the pins. Oh, these are unfortunately got thrown. That's a 1700. Unfortunately, these got thrown into a bin as they were being scrapped, and the person went and just saved them out of the bin. So they weren't exactly carefully removed. 2100. Cool. They were not exactly safely removed from when they were taken out. That's another 1700. But yeah, we could play maybe tomorrow. I'm going to get these things rebent and then play test the processor. See what they do. What are you? You're a 2000. Okay. Last one's a bit stuck. That's okay. And this is a 2400. And I'm assuming, considering this is a 2500 that I have in here, it should work. But no. Yep. Cool. So what do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1700s. We have 3 2000s. We have a 2100 and a 2400, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And these will all work. Mem test. That's a yeah. So John, I literally talked more than I did any work to the board. Mhm. My Mountain turned out. My Mountain Dew turned out. Yeah, chewy coffee. Hey, David. Yeah. Wasn't so much yum. It was dumped out, and I made a fresh coffee. I just make instant, so I just made a boiled some more water and put in some more grounds in the cup. Rinsed out the cup and put some more grounds in. It was that. But yeah, John, to bring you up to date, I plugged everything back in, and it done work. Um, so not sure what happened this afternoon. So this afternoon or this morning, earlier this morning, I had tried this processor and a board that I had working on a stream before because I was like, okay, I'm gonna, list the board and put it up for sale. But it came up with a red light, and this is the second time that this board has turned on the red light. And when I looked it up, um, it said that it could be a possibly bad CPU. So that's what got me started with this whole let's find a new CPU um, process. But I knew this CPU worked, so I'm just like, oh, I can just use this one. So I plugged it back into this board that I used to test DDR memory, as you can see. Um, and it beeped. It gave me a post, and the light turned white on my monitor. There's a little light down here that you can see. And it's yellow when there's a signal going to it, and turns white when it detects the signal. And it turned white, but nothing came on the screen. Just had a black screen. So I turned it off and I turned it back on. I thought, well, that's kind of funky. And then the fan just spun. So with this board, it normally turns on for like a second and then does a quick power cycle, like for another second, and it turns back on and it stays on. But this time it just stayed on. It didn't power cycle and it wouldn't beep. And I wasn't getting any postings. So I'm like, okay. And I tried that a couple times and had the same results. So I'm like, all right. So, but, um, so I went to see a client and got home and started the stream and did some yammering on as I'm doing now. Um, and I plugged everything in, and here we are testing memory. It just worked. So kind of funky. I have found though that I do have a bunch of other CPUs, and I'm thinking I know the board works. All except for John. Maybe you might know this. So this is a. Let me bring up my spreadsheet and share my screen. Bum, 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 bum. So this is this motherboard. It's an Asus A7V400-MX REV 1.04. It doesn't hold CMOS settings when power cycled. So like if I'm to keep it on, it holds CMOS settings. I've replaced it with like 4 working batteries. So like brand new batteries. So it's not the battery issue because I keep forgetting. I now have a note on the anti-static bag for going CMOS does not hold settings. Um, but yeah, it will not hold the settings. There is a jumper on the board. I have moved it to the other 2 pins, thinking maybe the pins, the jumpers won't let the board boot. They won't let the board do anything with the jumpers in the other 2, which, okay, if it's resetting it, it shouldn't. Um, but yeah, I don't know why it won't hold. It won't hold the settings. Now, if I keep it on, it's fine, obviously. But as soon as I kill power to it, it's like it's got a bad CMOS battery and it just, you know, loses all the settings. So I don't know, John, if you might have run into this. Hey, the memory passed. Stop sharing. Yay, we got a pass memory. Boom. Oh, look, Luna's all excited. The memory passed. Yeah, lick your paw, babes. um, yeah. I don't know. I just thought I'd test the memory stick that was in there, so the memory at least passed good. It done pass. Um, I don't know what else to do. As I said, I got a bunch of. I have 5 or 6. I can't remember the number now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1700s. 3 2000s, a 2100, and a 2400. That all have various bent pins. Let me. I'm gonna turn off my camera for a sec. So I'm gonna move my bench cam to my desk so I can show you the stack. So bear with me one sec while I need to get another cam for my for my for my desk and another arm. But usually I don't have to switch camera, or I don't have to switch where the camera is. But it is what it is. I can't get it in the hole. That's what he said. Okay, let me turn this off. Let's turn off my microscope for a sec. It is possible that the diode died on the motherboard somewhere. Okay. Uh, Again, as I was saying, it's not a big deal. Like, it is what it is. I just reset the settings every time. Kind of a nuisance, but if I got a lot of memory in there, I want... Because mostly I just use it to test um, DDR memory. So, yeah, whatever. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Looks like your camera's unplugged. Yeah, I know. It's because it is. It's not anymore, though. Silly StreamYard. Is the battery? Yeah, yeah, David. Yeah, it was like I tried one used one, and I think I put in like 3 absolutely brand new batteries. So, yeah, I don't know what it's doing. All right, let's make me big. See if my camera wants to work. Oh yeah, it might be handy if I turn the camera on. Why isn't the camera turning on? There we go. Hi, this is my desk. So yeah, so I have these processors. As I mentioned earlier, they were taken out and chucked into a bin. So they all have. Oh, let's look at this one. They all have bent pins on them. So I gotta sit down, and I am not gonna do it on stream. I am not as patient as Big Bad Bench to do it on stream. So I need to do it off stream so I can swear and curse and get up and kick the cats or whatever. I don't know. No, I won't kick a cat. Um, but yeah, so these and this one. So this is the one that I was showing. I don't know what it is because fuck AMD and not like they want to put AMD and they want to tell you that it's assembled in Malaysia, but they don't want to like um, print on the actual thing. They want to put it on a sticker. So I have no idea what this processor is. I will try it, but yeah. So these are the processors that I went and just quickly did a search for. Yeah, possible a diode. God, could be anywhere then. Yeah. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. That is funny. Sorry, Gut Bomb sent me a picture of my doodle. Okay. Let me share what Gut Bomb sent. I'm trying to kill some time because Mark might join me, but he's having some technical difficulties, and I literally have nothing else to show. So bear with me one sec. I'm gonna bring up the photo because this is funny. Give everybody kind of a good Thursday afternoon giggle. Ta-da! Like it, make it sus. Kind of actually looks like Garth Bagle's hair. Just saying. Yeah. I'm gonna come back on camera because. Oh, thank God.
Kitty cat.
Yeah, thank God you joined.
Right, you're the only human streaming.
No. So 5 minutes into 3 minutes of me rambling, about a minute of me connecting things to the board. Turned on the board and now post.
Oh.
So I'm like, I don't know what to do. The board. So I went into the BIOS because this is the board with the BIOS, that funky BIOS issue. So I went
Oh.
into the BIOS, did some settings, did some setting changes, reboot it, did a control delete to reboot, because at that point I had nothing to do with the board.
Mm-hmm.
So I just finished mem tests, and I'm like, as you see here, I got to test these processors, but they all have, as I was explaining earlier, these were taken out roughly and put away roughly. So they all have bent pins on them. So I got to sit down and straighten out the pins. But unlike Big Bad Bench, who has the patience of a saint on his stream and will take the time and bend pins, I'm just gonna lose it. So
yeah, it's not the sort of thing you want to do under pressure.
Yeah, so I'd rather. And then also, I was swearing and cursing at AMD for not. So as you see here, AMD is printed on the thing. So is made in Malaysia. That's really blurry,
Most
but
old
yeah.
AMD CPUs are, yes.
But could they not fucking put the processor information on the board? No, they got to put it on a sticker. What is this missing? The sticker.
A sticker.
So I have no idea what the processor is.
Goody.
Because fuck AMD.
Well.
I hate them. Hate them. I mean, have you? Ooh. Oh, I'm getting my new sneakers. Do you want to see my new sneakers?
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, unless you want to show off. Unless you want to show off your haul.
I mean, I can. Okay. Like this view looks like normal living room, right?
Yeah. Just hang on for a sec. I'm gonna show off.
There's something hiding.
So let me show you my new sneakers that I bought. My new to me. Although they say they're used, but geez, if those are used, I'd be really surprised. So these are the sneakers I bought myself. Look at them, they're so cute.
And then, lol, then you buy.
But yeah, they're saying pre-owned, good, but I would put these as really good. Look, the treads don't even have any wear to them.
They don't look like they've been worn very much.
Right? So anyway, yeah. So I just got the email to say they're on the way to you.
Nice.
Yeah.
New shoes.
Great stuff on them. Okay. I don't think they have IHSs.
Yeah, no. Just they don't have an Intel chip has a heat spreader on the top of it, like a metal plate. If you've got a metal plate on the top, you can etch it into the top of the metal plate. But those chips are just bare dies, so you can't etch the top of them because that's literally the top of the CPU.
Yeah, but if you can print the word AMD, just use the same idea to print the information.
Yeah, but the thing is that that information's the same on every single CPU.
Yeah, no, yeah, I realize. Yeah,
The
yeah, you have to.
sticker's different, and also that's a separate piece of substrate that the CPU mounts to. So they print thousands of those and then just stick the CPUs onto them.
Okay,
So
let's come
yeah,
back.
anyway.
Hi. Um,
Hi.
hey, Alan. No, I'm not testing your boards. I tried testing one of the boards. So I was actually gonna post one of the AMD boards today because I know it works. Um, and then it didn't. And it's the same issue as I had before. So I'm starting to think the board might be flaky. Um, but yeah, then I plugged. So then I was like, all right, I'm going to double check the CPU, and I put it back in the original board it came from that it was working in, and it posted because the light turned white and it beeped, but nothing came on the screen. And then so I'm like, okay, I'm just going to turn it off and turn it back on, and then the fan just spun.
Oh.
And then so I unplugged everything and took a photo and made the stream. Went to go see a client. I got a question about OneDrive for you, Mark, after off stream.
Oh dear.
Um,
I, you know how much I love Microsoft OneDrive.
yeah, I know. Yeah, it's
Um,
it's it's creating folders, and I don't know why under
because
his
it's
C drive.
because it's
Like,
OneDrive.
and
It
it's
does.
duplicating them. Like, it's literally username dash personal twice. Same shit, both things that are duplicated from that's already on the computer.
Yeah. It'll be something dumb, like it's trying to write something to a place where it can't write, and so it creates a new one and writes it to there instead, and it's just, oh, I hate OneDrive so much.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I
It's
can
a
get him
it's
away
a
from.
disastrously bad product.
I'm gonna see if I can get him away from OneDrive. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, there's plenty of online options out there. So sorry, OneDrive, you suck.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically just
But yeah, I went to retest. Let
SharePoint
me
and Frog.
let me grab the board. I went to retest this morning because this one was working, and I'm like, sweet, I'll plug the CPU in it and get it up and list it. But it's this bad boy. It's a
Yeah,
shuttle board,
yeah.
and there is a LED. Let me make myself big.
Yes, thank you, Socket Wench. That didn't go unnoticed. In fact, I called it SharePoint and
Frack.
the Frog. It
So
basically is.
there's a little LED by the
Is.
power socket,
Uh-huh.
and if it don't like things, it turns red. So I tried two different sticks of memory, both of which I know are good, because I have my DDR testing board that works,
Yes.
and it still came up with red. So I'm like, oh, and so that's what got me going down. But this has done this before with another CPU, so I'm starting to think flaky board is kind of where I'm
Yeah.
going with that one.
It's got an enforced chipset on it, which is never a good sign, to be fair.
Yeah.
They were not the most reliable piece of technology ever made.
So yeah, and then so I think I might just put up four of the socket A motherboards as is.
Yeah.
Um, don't work.
What you need to do is keep that one and use it for experimenting on when you're soldering.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's Alan's board, so I can't. I have to. That's what I'm supposed to do is sell the boards. So I have to.
Sell it
I
for
have to
ten
sell them.
dollars. It's fucked.
Yeah.
It's
So I'm gonna do.
fucked, mate.
But yeah, no,
Uh,
I do actually have a motherboard that I own. That if I want to
right.
practice desoldering, soldering stuff, I got that. So I don't really need that board.
I am going to momentarily share some pictures
Okay. I'm gonna
if
make.
I
Why
can
am I
find
big, by the
them.
way? I don't know.
Just because you were showing people things.
Oh yeah.
Why can't?
So, I was saying, by the way, so I went to go see the client today, set up his computer, and it was lightly drizzling when I left. And I'm like, okay, I just need my raincoat. My raincoat leaks, as I found out on the way back. It ain't waterproof, because it was really raining on the way back. And when I got home, I had worn a hoodie because a little damp, and so I worn a hoodie underneath it, and my hoodie was wet. I'm like, okay, so the coat Like on the arms was wet, and then my pants were soaked, and so I put on gut bomb inspired pants, and I'm kind of relaxing. And then the board
Well,
just worked, and I'm like, fuck, where the hell's Mark? Because I got nothing to do.
that's a picture of
Because
it.
as cute as Luna is, not
Yeah.
really all that talkative.
No, and seems very, very chilled out at the moment.
Yeah, yeah. Well, she was happy for a second. She licked her paws when the memory passed.
Yay!
For now,
Mem test.
socket one says for now.
until it becomes dinner time, and then.
Yeah. So yeah, do your thing
Okay.
when you're ready.
Have to excuse me a moment. These photos are not very big because they're off a website from about 1937. But
Oh, you didn't get sent any new photos of the stuff you were getting?
it's sitting in my living room. I could take photos of it if I wanted to, but I ain't fucking
No, no,
moving
no,
it
no.
again now.
I thought the guy might have sent you photos before.
Yes, but they're in somebody's server room, and I don't really want to show the pictures because it might contain information that gets my friend fired. He is a
Gotcha. No,
cybersecurity engineer. At the end of the day, I can't undermine his position in the company. So no,
I
they're on
totally
the
understand.
company property, so I can't
I
post them.
totally
But
understand.
yeah,
Yeah, personal information on computers. So
it's not necessarily personal information, more security,
fair.
because
Yeah, yeah,
they're in a server room, and it's a server room with a large data with a lot of
yeah,
other
yeah.
very
No,
sensitive
that's fine.
material. So I don't want to compromise their site security.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand.
But I do have a picture or two that I dug off a website.
Okay.
So I have two of these now.
Dishwashers.
Yes, they weigh about as much as a dishwasher, funnily enough. They're not actually as big as a dishwasher. They're sort of, cause it's probably about as, like slimline half width dishwashers that are like this big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're about that big.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's
the two
odd.
of them between them are about the size of a very large dishwasher. But yeah,
It
I have
is
two of
a
these.
it is a Vax, David.
That is, yes, this is a VAX station. Well, mine a VAX station model 500s from 1991, and they are an earth-shattering 76 megahertz. But I
What are
mean,
you
for
gonna?
1991, that was quite quick.
Yeah,
We
I
were
just
all
want to say though, what are you
dinking
gonna
around
do?
with like 25 megahertz 386s and 486s at that time. Home computers didn't get up to like 75 megahertz until what, 1994-ish? Sort of Pentium era. Anyway, yeah,
David's
so
asking a question. Those run on VMS?
yes,
Yeah.
they are VMS machines. Indeed. There's that picture, and behind they don't look very interesting with the door shut until you. But let me just put another one up on the screen. I can find the bloody image. Where is it? Where did I put it? What's it? What it? I don't know, a minute ago. Where is it? My pictures folder is chaos. One moment, please.
You know,
Your call is important to us.
you can search by recent, and if you saved it recently, then it'd be
That is true. I could sort it by date if
yeah
this thing will let me.
date. That's what
Sort
I mean,
by.
not recent. Duh.
Oh, oh, there it is. That's what it looked with the door open.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah. So this is on running from right to left on the bottom row, we have the power supply, which is where the power cord's plugged in. We have the system module, which is the CPU and memory, which takes up the first 5 slots in the machine. And then the rest of the slots are all for interface cards. That machine doesn't look like it's got any in. And then on the top row, there's a tape drive, because 1990s. And then these the three big square modules with the vents on the front are, well, the left two in that picture are blanks, but they're what they're called ISEs, or integrated service expansions, or something like that. They're hard drives, basically, behind the plastic door. But these machines don't use SCSI. They use something called DSSI, which is something, I can't remember what it stands for, but it's a proprietary digital equipment interface which can connect storage and computers together. And if you connect two computers with DSSI disks together, both the computers can access those disks simultaneously. So it's like a complete connection between the two machines. It's almost like the two machines are like part of each other. And the two systems I've got were in a DSSI cluster, so they were actually paired together in a redundant pair with a disk drive each in a data center, and they were running, I think, some kind of real-time monitoring for highly important things that I can't mention. But it was like mission critical real-time monitoring. So they weren't like file servers or data servers or anything, or web servers. They were actually doing something really, really important. But yeah, so they're now sitting in my living room, and on top of those, I'll see if I can find a photo of one.
On top of those? Good God.
Yeah, I've also got 4 others. They're only workstations, so they're only baby machines, but they're, well, baby by VAX standards.
Yeah.
They're quite big.
Let's preference that, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a medium-sized machine, and it's the size of a small dishwasher. So when you say small in VAX terms, it's like big enough to be a decent-sized desktop PC. I'm struggling to find a good image of the VAX station, but yeah, but I've got 4 VAX stations, 4000 Model 60s, which you might remember I was monkeying around with. Was I on stream when I was monkeying around with that VAX station? I can't remember.
I don't remember either.
But I had a VAX station sat on the arm of the chair behind me that was a 4000 Model 60, and it has issues. So it's kind of nice that I've got 4 more, because now I've got some spare parts. I can make it go, or just make one of the others go and use it for spare parts. But yeah, so I've got 4 of those, and those 2 CRTs you could see on the top there are VT420 dumb terminals.
Hold on, let's stop sharing your picture.
Sorry.
Then we make you big.
You don't need to make me big, because, well, I'll turn my camera around if you want. So that thing there, that is a VT420 terminal. It's basically just a CRT with a bit of computer gizmo in it to make it do serial things. But one of those VT420s doesn't do anything when you turn it on. It just sits there and goes meow when you turn it on, and the CRT doesn't light up or anything. The other one comes on and the sync is just completely non-existent on it. It just goes all over the screen. So they're not very well, the VT420s, unfortunately, but yeah. So I've got some stuff to work on.
Yeah.
Because those VAX Station 4000s all need cleaning, because the inside of them looks like it's got carpet in it. You remember that PC you took apart that like had really thick dust on the inside of it? Yeah, they all look like that. So that's lovely.
Hey, Stevie.
It's Stephen from the Netherlands. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so the worst part of this evening's exercise, well, my friend turned up about 2 hours ago with all that in the back of his car. Well, SUV thing. And we unloaded everything except the VAX systems, the VAX pedestal systems first, and then we lugged those up the stairs, and that hurt. They weigh about, I think, somewhere in the region of 50 kilos each.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it took two of us basically struggling up a flight of stairs to get them upstairs, but we did it.
Yeah.
The good thing though is they're on casters, so once you get them onto the floor that you're putting them on, you can just roll them,
Wheel
so you don't
them.
have to
Yeah,
carry.
yeah.
Yeah, you can just roll them around. But yeah, that was interesting and hurt. So
This is why I was super happy when I came here to see the place. So I don't know in the UK, but here in Toronto, if I go to see somebody and their apartment number is 1904,
mm-hmm.
it means they're on the 19th floor.
Yes.
So when I came here to see this place, it said my apartment number started with a 2. And so I'm like, oh, okay, it's going to be on the second floor. Oh, well, I can survive because the rent's at a good price. And
Mm-hmm.
then I came here and I'm on the main floor. So it would have just been lift up to kind of like the front has like a step up, and
Yeah.
then you step up into the thing, and then you could wheel it from there.
Good.
So you just need to come in, move in with me, Mark. Is that what I'm trying to say?
You don't want to live in me, trust me. You really don't. It's not a good idea. Anyway, yeah. So, but having struggled up the stairs with both of those, they are now resident in my living room, along with all the rest of the stuff. And it came with a full set of cables, which include a whole load of like BNC style network cable. I think there's 2 serial breakout cables, which are like 50 pin, like a 50 pin SCSI connector.
Mm-hmm.
And it breaks out to 4 DB25 style serial connectors. And each one of those serial connectors has got 2 serial lines in it. So it breaks out to like 8 serial lines. And
All
those
right.
those those cables were run under the floor in the server room and up to another panel, and they are about 10 foot long and they weigh a ton. So,
Yeah, that's only 100 pounds in old money. David saying, David in the chat said that's only 100 pounds in old money, lightweight.
huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's all very well if you've got an elevator,
Yeah.
but I don't, and I live up 2 flights of stairs.
Yeah. Yep. But on that note, I'm going to end the stream because we're
Yay!
just sitting here gabbing. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
well,
Because, yeah, I'm like literally like 5 minutes into my stream. I'm like, okay, well, it works. Now what?
I was afraid. I actually logged into StreamYard to see if he was still streaming before I said anything, because I had a feeling that you'd either be like, "Oh, it started working," or you'd swap another CPU in and it'd just wake up,
Yeah.
or you'd be
Yeah.
like, "Nah, it's end of
No, well,
stream,"
this is
and
my
that's it.
this is my DDR testing board. So,
Yeah.
and that's why I was like, I couldn't figure out why the other motherboard, because it worked on a stream. That other motherboard worked on a stream.
Yeah.
Um,
I
and I
remember.
also tested it on a previous stream, and I had the red light. And then, like, once I found out I had the processor, I'm like, sweet. But yeah, I'm gonna also rebend all the pins on these ones and test them bit by bit and see what's actually good. Because now I got a known working motherboard again. And the heatsink isn't attached yet.
Ah.
It's sitting on top of it with new heatsink compound underneath it, but it's not attached. So it'd be a perfect time to, because those things are socket A coolers, suck
Oh
monkey balls to
yeah.
take off. So I'd
That,
rather
that,
leave it.
that was one where you have to basically put your entire body weight on the screwdriver to clip them
Oh
down.
yeah, yeah,
I
it's
hate
crazy.
doing those.
It's crazy. But on that note, I am going to, because I also got to pee. So I'm going to end the
Funny enough, I
stream.
have to as well.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
can both Mark and I can go do another stream.
Yeah.
Not together though.
Different bathrooms. Don't worry.
Different, yeah, different
I'm
countries.
going out of that door. Trina's going out of that door.
Yeah,
So
I'm going to hold on. Out
other
that
way.
door
That
right
one.
there.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Past Susan.
But yeah, don't forget to
By the
check
way,
out Trina's.
I moved Susan. She's now behind my head.
Nice.
Yes.
Don't forget to
Carry on.
check out trinastech.com. Link is in the description, my doodle. It has links to all my online, where you can find me online, including my coffee account. If you can afford it, chuck me some money. It'd be greatly appreciated. Also, check out Linktree, Millennium Max, Linktree page. And then if you want to go support Luna and her napping, I don't know, throw her some treats. I don't know what kind of treats she eats, but treats. Treats, Luna. Can you hear me? Do you want some treats? Oh,
Twitched.
Twitch. Yeah, I know, right?
None. She doesn't eat treats.
Oh, no treats. Okay. Well, we got the ears twitching at least. You don't eat treats. You're a weird cat.
Mm,
But hey, you match the rest of us here, so.
I mean, she might be an alien if she doesn't eat treats.
She could be. All right,
Yeah.
folks. Have a good one, and see you at the next stream.
Bye
Bye.
bye.